Hi guys, Monday Night Mystery here. Today, I'm going to explain a Thai heist and thriller movie based on a true story, called BadGenius. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie starts by showing a girl, named Lynn. She is a top secondary school student and she has been living with her father all this time. One day, her father enrolls her to a new prestigious school, but she does not want to study there because the enrollment fee and the other expenses will cost them a lot of money. Because Lynn is valuable to the school for being so smart, the principal gives her a scholarship so that she can study there. While taking photos for her ID, she meets with Grace, a good-natured but academically challenged girl. They have become good friends since then. Unlike Lynn, she is not very smart but she is quite good in other things, like her acting skills during extracurricular in her school. In the library, she tells Lynn that the school has made a new rule. In order to pass the grade, the general average must be around 3.2. As a result, Grace tells her that she surely fails the test. Knowing that Lynn is a genius girl, she asks her to help her in the test. On the exam day, Lynn finds out that the exam is exactly the same as the questions the teacher leaked in the private tutoring sessions. She also looks at Grace, realizing that she cannot answer the questions properly. She decides to help her by writing the correct answers on an eraser, then passing it to Grace using her shoes. They almost get caught by the teacher, but luckily Lynn gets over the problem. At the end, Grace gets a 3.87 GPA, while Lynn gets a 4.0 GPA. To thank Lynn, Grace invites her to the pool party so they can celebrate their good grades. There, Lynn meets Grace's boyfriend, Pat. Unlike her, Pat is very rich. He learns from Grace that Lynn successfully helped his girlfriend in the exam. Because of this, he offers her a huge amount of money to help him and his friends cheat on another exam. Although at first reluctant, Lynn accepts the offer when later she finds out that the school secretly collected extra fees from her father, who earns a modest income as a teacher. Soon, she devises a system of hand signals, based on certain piano keys. As Lynn presses the keys, each pattern of pressing will represent the letters A, B, C, and D. The others just need to remember the pattern while Lynn uses them to send answers during exams. Therefore, her base of clients eventually grows. From the money she has earned, she buys her father a new shirt. Unbeknownst to her father, she keeps everything a secret, disguising it as just piano lessons. Bank, another bright student in the school, is Lynn's rival all along. He also receives a scholarship from the school because he comes from a poor family. He has a different characteristic from Lynn. He is very honest and he does not tolerate cheating during exams. Later, he is paired with Lynn in a competition and they are able to win it. After that, they are called by the principal who informs them that there is a scholarship abroad that they can apply for. However, there is only one slot, making them rivals from that time. When Bank gets home, it turns out that his mother has a laundromat. Then he learns that the washing machine was broken, so his mother has to wash the clothes manually. Feeling unbearable, he offers to help his mother to wash clothes. The next day, he is approached by another student, Tong. He tells Bank that he didn't go to school yesterday because he was sick, so then he offers Bank some money to help him in the exam, but obviously Bank refuses it. During the examination, Bank accidentally sees Tong looking at Lynn's paper. Then he decides to warn her about Tong's behavior. On the other hand, Lynn already knows it because Tong is one of the people who apply to her piano lesson. Afterwards, Bank also warns the teacher as he submits his answers in front of the class, but the teacher does not care about it because the test is separate into Set A and Set B to overcome cheating. Meanwhile, Lynn finishes her exam first, which is Set A, as she simultaneously sends answers to her friends using the hand signals. While the teacher is not looking at her, she uses the opportunity to exchange her paper with Tong, which is Set B. She quickly answers all the questions on Set B as the time is almost over. Surprisingly, she has enough time to pass the answers to her remaining friends. After the exam, she gets caught when Bank warns the principal about the cheating earlier. Thus, her father is also called to the school. The principal informs her father what she has done before. As punishment, the school suspends her scholarship. Furthermore, she retaliates the principal by saying that it was not a full scholarship anyway because there are other expenses that they had to pay. Angered by what she has said, the principal also revokes her chance to apply for an international scholarship at university level. Automatically, Bank is now the only one who can apply for the international scholarship, even though it is something that he regrets because it cost Lynn's chance. When she gets home, her father is so disappointed in her, causing him to not want to wear his new clothes again. He also tells her to return the money back to her friends. In the last school year, Grace invites her again to participate in cheating. This time it is not an ordinary exam, but an international standardized test for university admissions called STIC. Grace also tells her that Pat's parents want her and Pat to study in Boston University, so passing the STIC test will prove they are eligible to study there. Lynn initially declines the invitation because it is a very hard test, but then she agrees when she realizes that they can take advantage of the different time zones. The next morning, they make a brilliant plan. Lynn can take the test in Australia where the test is conducted 4 hours early, then she can pass the answers back to Thailand and sell the answers to other students who want to take the test. She also tells them that she can memorize most of the answers. However, she needs someone's help for the rest of the answers. Because of that, she needs someone who has a capable mind for memorizing the answers, which in this case is Bank. Besides that, she already knows that Bank will refuse the invitation due to his hatred of cheating. The night before Bank takes his scholarship exam, he is attacked by thugs in the street and he is thrown in a landfill the next morning, which causes him to not take his exam. Knowing about this, Lynn comes to Bank's place and offers him the job. He initially refuses her offer, but then he agrees for the money he desperately needs. That night, they make preparations for the final operation. The plan is that both Lynn and Bank will fly to Australia in order to get a head start on the exams. During break time, they will go to the bathroom where they hide their cell phone to deliver the answers back to Grace and Pat. Meanwhile in Thailand, Pat and Grace will print out the answers in barcode printed on pencils. Then the pencils will be distributed to their clients, which in this case are STIC test participants. Nevertheless, on the eve of their flight, Pat slips out that he's the one who ordered the thugs to beat up Bank, in order to force him to join their scheme. Feeling enraged, Bank immediately attacks Pat. Pat then attempts to apologize, but Bank decides to leave in rage. Lynn, who is also shocked at the revelation, begins reconsidering her actions and chases Bank. However, he returns to confront Lynn and tells her to finish what she started. Consequently, they continue their plan. Later, they finally arrive at Sydney to take the test. In the first sections, both of them finish their test before the break, leaving them with more time to memorize their answers. But during break time, Bank suddenly tells Pat and Grace to raise his share in order to send his answers for them. Pat is reluctant at first, but Grace persuades him to fulfill his wish. He then delivers half of the money and promises that he will give the rest after Bank sends the answers. Back to Lynn and Bank, they successfully finish their second sections, but there are problems during their second break. The inspecting officer has caught Bank's oddity for staying too long in the bathroom during the break time. On the other hand, Lynn ends up late to send her answers because there is a queue inside the women's bathroom. Therefore, Bank is caught red-handed by the officer, while Lynn manages to escape, carrying her phone and hiding it on her boots, and she eventually hides it inside a water dispenser. She then continues her final section without Bank and she has to memorize all the answers by herself. Because she is running out of time, she makes herself vomit by using a pencil and then tells the officer that she is sick. She leaves early as she memorizes the answers completely. Meanwhile, the officer who caught Bank also tries to pursue her in order to know that they are connected. While being chased, she is sending the answers on her cell phone. She also almost fails to send the last set of the answers when someone bumps into her, but fortunately she is able to do so. Afterwards, the officer finally catches her, asking her to come with him for questioning. During the interrogation, Bank motions her to leave him by denying that he doesn't know her. Returning to Thailand, Lynn is happily greeted by Pat and Grace and also finds out that their scheme was a great success. But she turns on them and rejects her share of the money due to her bad experience in Sydney. They still celebrate along with the other participants who had passed the STIC test. They also tell Lynn that Bank already took his share beforehand, but then she leaves the group chat. Sometime later, she is invited by Bank to come to his place. It seems like he has invested his share in revamping his mother's laundry business. After that, Bank informs her to start another scheme. He also assures her that this time it will be much safer and a wider client base. When she turns him down, Bank threatens her to expose the whole affair, that she was another mastermind behind the last scheme. Lynn then tells him again that she has made her choice, deciding to come clean. Later, she tearfully confesses to her father, who comforts her and helps her redeem herself by submitting a formal confession to the STIC organization. This is the story of the movie BadGenius. If you like this video, please subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel's algorithm, and wait for the next Monday Night Mystery, and thank you.